David, are you totally injury-free? 100%?
Yes, as much as any other fighter is before they get in the ring. I'm feeling healthy, I feel fast, but there's no punches restricted, there's no movement restricted. I can throw whatever combination I want. There's no problems, I'm fine. I feel very good. I feel as good as I've ever felt. Before most of my other fights, there have been issues of some kind. Some of them have affected the fight, some of them didn't. Just I'm sure Tony's probably had issues. Every fight is a high impact sport. You're sparring hard rounds, you're getting punched. You get niggles, you get knocks, you get bumps, but you work around them, you get your physio, you fix it, and you crack on. And as I sit here today, I've done the trough, and I'm coming out, and I'm coming up to my peak on Saturday, and I'm ready to go. So there's no issues, thank God. I'm very happy.
Your little toe okay?
Toe's perfect.
Brilliant.
Toe's perfect. I've had it checked twice, and it's
fantastic.
And it's great.
Do you feel refreshed, rejuvenated, having had the shoulder up, and now you feel this is your time?
At the time, I didn't feel rejuvenated. At the time, it felt terrible. It was horrible. It was, I'm not sure if any of you had the shoulder operation, but sort of stuck my arm in out like this for 6 months, and I could hardly do any other type of injury. So it's quite a low time in my life. But time heals all wounds, and with the right mentality and the right strength and conditioning program and rehabilitation program, it's amazing how the human body can fix itself. And I feel as good as I've ever felt. And I'm just fortunate that I've got such a big stage to showcase, the new version of myself. I really am happy.
And you say it's the new version, the version that you believe will beat any other heavyweight in the world, not just Tony?
Yeah, for sure. But as I said before, I haven't trained to fight Tony. I've trained to fight someone a lot bigger, a lot stronger, faster, who puts more pressure on me. And that's how I've trained. That's how I've trained, and it's felt good. It's been tough. It's been tough and it's been hard. But I've made sure I've balanced the tough, hard training with the relaxation and the chilling. As in the past, I've tried to do too much between training sessions and kind of broken down, got a bit stressed out from time to time. But I've really tried to focus on training super hard and then switching off from training and just enjoying my life. And I think I've got a nice balance, and you'll see the results of that balance Saturday night.
So many fighters say they prepare for 12 hard rounds. Is that what you've done, or do you honestly believe this is a short blowout?
I've trained for 12 hard rounds against a guy who's got longer arms than Tony, who's bigger, physically heavier, stronger and faster. That's what I've trained for 12 rounds with that guy. I don't believe I'm hoping that's what he brings. I'm hoping he is that guy that I've trained for. If he is, then we're going to throw you in for an absolute treat. But if it's anything resembling anything like his old self in any of his fights, then it's going to be real brutal, real fast. But I'm praying, I'm really hoping that he's somehow adopted a new style and learned some new skills and new things, and his reflexes are faster, his defense is better, his leg works quick, he cuts the angles better than he used to do. I've trained for him to do, as I said, I haven't trained for him, I've trained for someone a lot better than him, and I'm hoping that new guy turns up. If it does, I'd love to have a nice long 10, 12 round fight. That'd be amazing, because I haven't had one of those for many, many years. So fingers crossed, Tony's coming with his A game.
Tony, David constantly says he'll knock you out. Will you knock out David Haye?
I'll be totally honest, Adam, I haven't got a clue what's going to happen with him. I just hope once the going gets tough that he sticks in there with it. So that's what I'm hoping for. I would hate for this fight to be somebody it gets rough and tough, and then somebody just goes, I've had enough. That would be bad for the fans. That would be bad for him. Because I haven't got that in me, so that's not going to happen from my part. I mean, David has constantly gone on about how this fight's going to end quick and stuff like that, but then once again the walking contradiction says he's prepared for 12 rounds. So it's unbelievable. Like I say, he just says one thing and then says another, and I think he forgets half the things he says. But listen, I've prepared for a very, very hard fight. I've prepared for the fastest, most powerful version of David Haye. I've got to stick to a game plan, and I've got to be clever in there, because you cannot go in there and give it the opportunities to David Haye within them first few rounds. It just can't be given to him, because he will take it and the fight will be over instantly. So you have to have a game plan. you have to have a backup plan. You've got to be able to carry them out, and I have shown on various occasions that I can follow a game plan and that I can stick to it. So like I say, this isn't my first time on this kind of stage, and it will not be the last, regardless of what people say. I will go out there, I will execute the game plan, and I just hope he's willing to go as far as I am. That's all as I will say. I hope and pray he's willing to go as far as I am. All as I want to do is win. By any means necessary, just win. And then hopefully we go home safe afterwards. That's what it wants. This is a sport and a business. And although he says it's personal now and stuff like that, to me it's not. It's not personal at all. I've just got to win and claim my glory, and I am going to do that on Saturday night.
Win, lose or draw, will there be respect between the pair of you after it's finished? First of you, David.
I don't want to think that far ahead, to be honest. You'd have to do something really impressive in the ring for me to respect him. It depends how he fights. If he comes out and gives him and does something quite impressive, and gets past a couple of rounds maybe and hits me with a few shots, then I'd have nothing. Of course, I'd have nothing but respect for him. But if it goes how I think it's going to go, then what respect? I don't know. Respect is earned. You don't just give respect to people. It has to be earned. Although he's had a long, illustrious career up until this point, none of it's been at heavyweight. And for him to gain my respect as a heavyweight in the heavyweight division, he's going to need to show he's going to have to stand in front of me and give me a reason to respect him.
Tony?
I fully agree with him for once on something there. No, I am not a heavyweight, but I completely disagree with him on the point is I have to stand right in front of him and do what a heavyweight would do. That is not wise. This is not a game of I hit you and you hit me, let's see who hits the hardest. This is a game of hit and not get hit, and that's what boxing is about, and that's what I will be trying to do. Believe it or not, I don't enjoy being punched in the face, and I have no intentions of getting whacked really hard in the face, so I'm going in there and I'm trying to get the job done with minimal damage to myself. That's the dream. I mean, the reality is that ain't gonna happen. The reality is I'm probably gonna get a broken nose or be really sore and stuff like that, but I'm prepared for all that. These are the things that I take into consideration. I understand what he's good at. I've always respected him as a fighter. I think he's an outstanding fighter. I think he always has been. It's just about how long is he outstanding for? And that's the big question. Even in the prime of his career, he can't be outstanding for a full duration of a fight. So I'm somebody who's going to get stronger as the fight goes on. I think that's pretty much a given. And as regards to shaking hands and stuff like that, Adam, I think it's been very disrespectful the way he spoke about the people of where I'm from, the things he said he's going to do to me. I just think it's wrong, and if he was to apologise maybe for something like that, then maybe yes, there would be some kind of gentleman handshake or something like that, but I believe he's far too arrogant a man to ever even consider apologising. You've got to remember, this is the guy who's thrown a punch at me at a press conference. Yeah. So, with no gloves on. Highly dangerous thing to do, and a very stupid thing to do. Something I've never done at a press conference ever before, so it is what it is.